A long time back, there was a very beautiful village. There was greenery everywhere. Birds sang sitting on tree branches, and children played happily. Talha lived in that village. Next to the village, there was a very big mountain, and a dreadful monster lived on that mountain. The monster was ugly and very strong. Monsters lived in Monsterpuri, but due to a crime, this particular monster was expelled from Monsterpuri and was sent to Earth. Since then, he had been living in the mountain forest, eating wild animals and birds. But he couldn't get human flesh. The taste of human flesh is very appealing. So even though the monster lived on the mountains, he visited the village once a year and secretly caught people and ate them. It had been a year now, and so the monster was planning to visit the village again. He always kept an eye on the village, looking for opportunities, and when he found a kid alone, he would catch him and eat him. The villagers were aware of this, so when they went out, they would warn their children not to go out alone. They also advised the kids to close the door and play inside, and not to open the door to anyone. One morning, Talha's father was going out to work. He said to Talha, "Children, the monster was spotted at the bottom of the mountain. So everybody, please play indoors and don't go out anywhere. After a few days, the monster will return to the mountain again, and then you all can play outside again."
"All right, Dad. Don't worry. We will play in the house."
"Yes. Stay inside the house and don't open the door without being sure. Monsters can play tricks." Then Talha's father went to work. Talha went home with the other children and locked the door from inside. The monster was watching from a distance. Seeing Talha's father and other villagers going to work outside the village, he walked slowly towards the village. He approached Talha's house. Then, standing outside, he heard the children's voices coming from inside. Then he tried to open the door, but the door was locked from inside. The monster could have broken down the door easily, but people from the neighboring houses would gather and then there will be a problem. The monster didn't want to cause any trouble, so he decided to trick the children. The monster changed the tone of his voice and said in Talha's father's voice, "Children, I am your father. Open the door, please." On hearing this, Fatu was about to open the door, but Talha stopped him. "Don't open the door. Did you forget what my father said? Dad said you must not open the door without being sure who is on the other side. Wait, let me check." Saying this, Talha walked towards the door and asked, "Dad, you just left for work a few minutes before. Usually you return in the evening. Why are you back so soon?" "Oh, I left something at home, so I had to come back to take it. Now open the door." Talha thought to himself,
"He must not open the door without being sure. I must somehow confirm who is out there. All right, I'll open the door. But before that, please tell me, how much is 2 and 2?
On hearing this, the monster was puzzled. People can calculate, but monsters could neither read nor count. The monster didn't know to calculate. He thought for a while and said, 2 and 2. Okay, 2 and 2 is equal to 5. The wrong answer given by the monster made the children realize that it wasn't Talha's father outside the door. Someone was trying to fool them to make them open the door.
You gave the wrong answer. That means you are not my father. Dad never makes such a mistake. We will not open the door."
The monster was ashamed of his stupidity. He remained silent for some time and then once more knocked at the door. "Children,
I am Tala's father. Open the door, please.
Okay, we will open the door, but let us see your foot, please. Put your foot through the hole of the door.
The monster then put his leg through the door. Once again, the children noticed the long nails on the foot and immediately understood that it wasn't Talha's father, because people regularly cut their fingernails and toenails. Monsters do not cut nails. So they realized that it must be the monster on the other side of the door. He was trying to trick them by changing his voice. The children quickly brought a hammer and hit hard on his foot. His foot turned red and the monster ran away screaming in pain. Oh my God! Oh my God! But after a while, he was back again. And this time he had cut his toenails. He knocked at the door and said,
Children, I am Tala's father. Open the door, please.
All right, we'll open the door. But first, you show us your ear through the hole at the top of the door.
The monster then placed his ear close to the hole at the top of the door. The monster's ear was narrow at the top. It wasn't like a human ear. Once again, the children knew who it was. They brought a pair of scissors and cut off the monster's ear. Oh my God! My ear! They have cut off my ear! The monster ran screaming in pain, but after a while, he was back again. And this time he was furious. He broke down the door of the house. The children ran and hid themselves here and there in the house. Some under the bed, some inside the cupboard, and some under the sheets. But the monster found everyone and swallowed them. One by one, he ate 7 kids. But he couldn't find Talha, because Talha was hiding inside the cupboard and watching everything through the keyhole. After swallowing the kids, the monster left the house and started walking towards the mountain. Talha quietly followed the monster. He knew that he cannot fight the monster with strength, so he had to solve the problem using his intelligence. I have to do something before the monster reaches the mountain, because once he goes up there, I will no longer find him and I will lose all my friends forever. When the monster was walking along the river, he thought, I ate a lot today. My stomach is full. There is a cool breeze blowing here. I will sit under this tree and rest for a while. Then I will go up the mountain. Thinking this, the monster lay under the tree and rested. Soon he slept there in the cool air. Talha observed that his friends were still alive and moving inside the monster's stomach. Without wasting a minute, Talha ran home and collected a pair of scissors, a needle and a thread, and then returned back to the riverside. The monster was still asleep. Talha quickly cut the monster's stomach with the scissors, and all his friends came out one by one from the monster's belly. Talha instructed his friends, We must finish this work before the monster wakes up. Go and get 6 stones quickly. Talha's friends brought 6 stones. Then Talha inserted them inside the monster's stomach and quickly sewed his stomach with needle and thread. Then they hid behind a tree to watch the fun. After a while, the monster woke up and he stood up. It seems that the food in my stomach has not been digested at all. I am feeling a lot heavier. The monster tried to walk, but how can anyone walk with so many stones in one's stomach? The monster thought he would feel comfortable after drinking some water. So he walked towards the river. As soon as he leaned a little and tried to drink water, he fell into the river and drowned in it. The monster knew how to swim, but he could not get out of the river even after trying hard. because he had 6 heavy stones in his stomach. With so much weight in his stomach, he was sure to drown. Meanwhile, the villagers noticed the children missing from their homes and came running to the river looking for the children. When they found the kids, they came to know about everything. The villagers said,
Talha, our children survived because of you. Otherwise, we would have lost them forever. Besides, the monster is dead, and it was all because of your intelligent thinking. You saved everyone. Talha, you are great.
So friends, how was this story? I hope you all enjoyed it. Please do share with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, then please do and get notified about more such stories. And don't forget to keep the bell button on. Bye bye.